morning. It's 10 a.m. roughly. I've been working on emails and all the admin stuff. I'm gonna go to the academy now. As you can hear, the place is still very quiet. It's quarter to 12. I'm now on my way to the academy. I spent the whole morning working on the vlog, working on some admin stuff, taking care of emails. Some people ask me what do I do in the morning. I think that people understand that I work long hours, and they ask me like, how do I just set myself to start the day with energy and that straight away ready to go kind of mentality. And it's fairly simple. I wake up wanting to make things. I wake up wanting to create new things. And more importantly, I wake up wanting to help more people. It's like every day of my life, I wake up wanting to help 10 more people. And you gotta move. If you want to accomplish those goals, you gotta move your butt. So that's really my secret. There is no secret. I just want to help people. I want to make things. I want to create things. I want to be better. So what I do in the morning is fairly simple. I wake up, I make myself a cup of coffee, and immediately I start listening/watching podcasts that really inspire my brain. Then I grab something to eat, I shower, sometimes I shave, a little bit. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's fairly simple. It's more about what happens in my mind rather than what I do to set myself up to have a productive day. That's it. That's what I do. Simple, right? I usually get up before 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. For no reason but to make my day as long as possible, really. I don't have to be at work at 8 or 9 or 10. I have that kind of flexibility and I do use it. So I wake up really early, but then I manage my day depending on what I need to do, not on what I want to do or think that people want me to do. Like, for example, some days I go to the academy at 8 a.m., some days I go to the academy at 12 p.m. It doesn't matter to me, I know it sounds kind of weird because I just said that I like to keep my routines fixed, but it's more like as soon as I start working, it doesn't really matter where I am. I'm at home, or as long as I can work, I'm good anywhere. It's 2 p.m. I've taught one student, 4 to go. Busy afternoon of lessons today. Once again, I want to make sure that I spend time with myself because I want to make sure that I give my best to all my students. I want to make sure that I give them exactly what they expect from me and more. And more important than what they expect from me, I want to give them the tools so they can achieve the level they expect to achieve for themselves. So I want to spend 1 hour just with myself, by myself, focusing on getting into that zone where I can be of help to other people. And just like that, it's 4 o'clock. I've done my meditation. Feel a lot more centered now, which allows me to be ready to take on the ginormous task that it is to try to help people to accomplish and achieve higher goals, and whatever they want, I'm there for them. That's basically why it is so difficult to teach. First student is in half an hour, and then it's going to be teaching back to back till 8:30. Let's do this. Very interesting read. So far, approved. It might become my book of the week for next week. By the way, I'm sure you noticed that I read a lot of books. Once I finish my lessons, I'll explain you why. That was a long afternoon. Okay, as I was saying, I read a lot of books because, let me explain you. The reason why I read a lot of books is fairly simple. Books carry knowledge in them. So, the way I look at life is I'm merely a vessel that carries knowledge in me. As a teacher, as an educator, I need to be able to branch out and learn about other fields, other areas of life and knowledge. I can give you an example. I literally do not read anything related to music. I did that for well over a decade. All I read were drum books. I do not read anything that is remotely related to music. It's very, very rare. Once a year I read a book that talks or discusses something that is music related. What do I read about? I read about the brain, neuroscience, neurochemistry, psychology, behavior, behavioral patterns, microexpressions, how to develop the mind, how to develop the brain, how to develop yourself as a whole in a more of a holistic approach. That's what I read about. And that's exactly why I teach the way I teach. All my students now must be like, oh, it all makes sense now. Because I'm obsessed about how my students think. I buy books like constantly. I literally buy like 2 or 3 books a week. It's crazy, I know. But you know, some people spend that on alcohol.
Oh, no you didn't. Wait a minute. No you didn't.
I spend that money on books. But as I was saying, the third reason for why I spend so much money and so much time reading books would be that it's a great way of finding yourself. It's a great way of finding your voice. If you try to channel what you're learning, and if you try to model those teachings and concepts that you're reading about, I truly believe that I found my voice when it comes to teaching because I read so much. Because I've compared so many schools of thought that I found my own school of thought, my own personalized school of thought, and how I want to teach students. Of course, that keeps on changing, nothing is fixed. But yeah, it helps me to find my voice because it keeps changing. So that's why I said it helps me. So that's why I read so many books, and I do mean a lot of books. But one of my personal goals is to have a place that can hold a library. So there you go. That's how much I love books. I'm home. And as I got home, I realized that I forgot my bag at the academy. Gotta go back. And I'm home. What you just saw was me doing 25 miles back to the academy and back home again just to get my backpack. Guess what? I left it on the floor outside the academy. I think someone is a little bit tired. Guess what? I just found out about this. You see, when I said I left the bag outside the academy, I guess I ran over it. Oops.